How to create calculated columns in Power Pivot and Power Query.
There are two types of calculations. The first one is to create calculated columns. The second one, also being the primary one, is how to create measures. This video will be focusing on how to create calculated columns. Like most of the Microsoft applications, there are more than 3 ways of doing one thing. The calculated columns. There are at least 2 ways. The first one is to add calculated columns in Power Query. The second one would be to add calculated columns in Power Pivot. These two are very similar. Normally, we do not need to do any calculations in Power Query, except this type of calculated columns. You can do both ways. We will start with to add calculated columns in Power Query. There, we have an Excel open already. In the previous video, we loaded also the data through Power Query. Let's take a look. Data, get data, launch Power Query editor. Like said in the previous video, we loaded the source data, then combined the source data into one single table in Power Query. In addition to this one single primary data table, there are 4 account mapping tables. Let's take a look in this primary data table. There are a few dimensions and a value field. In addition to that, there are mapping tables. The first calculated measure we're going to add would be, I would like to use this input value field and multiply it by one field in another mapping table, account mapping table. There's one field called calculation. 2 types of data, 1 or -1. We use the balance sheet account in this case example. So the calculation logic is, if it is the assets in balance sheet, the value will be multiplied by 1. If it is the liabilities in balance sheet, then it's multiplied by -1. Some special cases are contra asset account that need to be deducted from the assets. For instance, allowances for inventories or provisions for the doubtful accounts. The first one needs to be deducted from the inventories. The second one needs to be deducted from the receivables. How do we do that? The calculation will be utilizing the field from 2 different tables. In Power Query, if we want to carry on with the calculation between 2 different tables, first, we need to combine the 2 tables together. Go to Get Data, Combine Query. There are 2 options, Merge and Append. Once more, we explained the append from the previous video. We use append to combine 2 or more tables together. Those tables are in the same format. The append will keep the same column structure, but add all the rows together. When it comes to merge, the row will be remaining the same. Instead, certain columns will be merged together into one table. Let's take a look. I choose merge. What I want to do is first choose the append table, which is the main data table. Second, I choose account. These 2 tables has completely different structure. The first one, the main data table, there are 5 columns. The second one, more columns. The first one is the main data table. The second one is the mapping table for account. However, this table shares one similarity. That is the unique dimension account. What we are going to do is, based on the account in the primary data table, we're going to take from the mapping table certain desired field, in this case, the calculation column. I will use left outer. It's a bit like a VLOOKUP in Excel. What we're doing is based on the key field to look up from the account mapping table and adding this calculation field to the main data table. Click OK. The new table called merge1. What does? Firstly, there are the main data table. In addition to that, the account mapping table is added in addition as extra columns. Potentially, we could add all the columns to the main data table. But in this case, we only need one. So choose one, calculation, click OK. Then one column is mapped or linked to the main data table. Rename it. Check the data field. Transform, data type, whole number. That is right. Rename the new table. So this one now, I'm going to call it data fact table. Now we can move on to add the calculated column into this new table. How do we do that? Add column. Again, there are a few options to add column. In this case, I will use custom column. Give it a name, value. What we are going to do is to use the input value multiplied by calculation. At the bottom, the system would check the calculation automatically. Now it shows no error has been detected. Click OK. The new calculated field is added automatically. Check the data type. Again, transform data type. It is any. We need to change it to decimal number. Another thing we can do is to check the value. If there's any zero, we could remove it already from the table. But in this case, there's no zero because we've done the transformation already in the previous video. Click OK. Now go to File, Close, and Load to. Polygrid connection. Add this data to the data model because we'll be utilizing this data model in the Power Pivot. We just went through how to create the calculated column in Power Query. The alternative solution is to create the calculated column in Power Pivot. How do we do that? Go to Power Pivot, Manage. The data fact table is here, plus this 4 mapping table. We added already this calculate column by Power Query. Now let's do it together with the alternative solution to add the calculated column in Power Pivot. Select the targeted table to add this calculated column. In this case, data fact table. Choose the additional column, added column, and input the formula manually. In both Power Query and Power Pivot, there's a function called auto completion. What it does is if we just input the name, in this case, I first input value, then the Power Pivot would give the suggestions. Where is it? Select. We'll be using the input value in the data fact table multiplied by calculations. Click enter. So the calculate column is created. And double click, rename. I rename it a test because we created already the very same calculated column in Power Query. These are two alternative solutions. For the calculated column, we can either do it in Power Query or in Power Pivot. It's the same. You can do it either way. There's no big difference. What does it mean by calculated column? In this case, the calculation needs to be on the row level, because what we did is to apply this calculation sign, either 1 or -1, to each value. It doesn't need any consolidation as such.
Now you know how to add calculated columns in both Power Query and Power Pivot. In the next video, I will tell you how to add measures. Thank you for watching. I'm Jennifer, business analytic expert who love BI tools.